All right, hello and welcome everyone. Those of you tuning in bright and early, I greatly appreciate you as always. We are going to get started with some more Dragon Age Origins, especially after a long night last night. Well, I forgot to mute my phone. That's interesting. We had a long night last night. It was a lot of fun. We're not doing that again tonight. I can tell you that much. Let's go, Dragon Age Origins finale night. Triple finale night week? No, not anything that close or anything. um, but I'm very much excited. Welcome in, Dragon Man. It's nice to see and have you here. How are you doing tonight? Sorry about that. Uh, Someone came in and needed to ask me some stuff. But I'm excited for the night. I hope you guys are as well. It should hopefully be a fun and relatively chill night. Working through some more of the game tonight for sure. Should be able to make some good progress, that's for sure. Or at least that's my hope. Definitely the hope. But welcome in. It's nice to see you and have you here. Definitely sit back, relax, make yourself comfy and cozy as we work on getting set up for the night before we get rock and rolling. I do apologize for being late. Got caught up in taking care of some things. But we should be ready to go. It's definitely going to be a fun and exciting night tonight, I think. And hey, it'll be nice. Also, as for Disgaea tomorrow, we'll try to get as much story stuff as we can get done tomorrow. I can say right now, I don't think that we are finishing whatchamacallit. Hang on one second. Oh shit. Didn't mean for that to happen. I hope you guys didn't hear any of that. What was I saying? I don't even remember now. Sorry, that's what happens when things just start popping up all over the place. But either way, I'm excited for tonight. Hope you guys are as well. Hopefully we can make some good progress. I'm not entirely sure where we'll end up heading. But it'll be exciting nonetheless. I think, anyways. But we're making good progress with Dragon Age. I don't think I'm not entirely sure that we'll finish this week or next week. It's quite possible we finish next week. I think that's when we'll not next week. I mean the week after, which will be exciting because I think I'm like really leaning more into the idea of doing the next game. But I do want to make a point to probably do a poll because there's some games that I'm kind of interested in that do touch on some sensitive topics and things, and I don't want to I don't want to be doing those types of games and it make people uncomfortable or touch on things like that. But I might see like how people are feeling or anything like that. I don't know because the one game I'm thinking of that I picked up recently, uh, from the little things I've seen, is it does say some things, and I don't know how. I know it doesn't make people comfortable with certain topics and things, so I think I want to make sure that it's okay with you guys before we delve into something like that. Because I got it for stream, but like upon thinking about it some more, I'm like, would that actually be a good idea? Especially for like what we kind of go for on the channel too. But I wouldn't mind playing it for you guys. But I also don't want to go into the game like learning too much about it or anything like that, because I just want to kind of go in blind. I like going into games blind, but I don't want to like, make people uncomfortable. Welcome in, Shadow Reaver. It's nice to see and have you here, and welcome in, Bzen. It's also nice to see and have you here. Hope you both are doing well tonight. All right. I think. Thank you, NTT. Thank you, in Chesmu. It's nice to see and have you here. Welcome in, X marks the spot. Nice to see and have you here as well. Hopefully, everyone's having a good night so far. But I think we are getting ready to be able to rock and roll for the night. I think that was the last of everything. Yep. Last thing there. But we'll talk about more of that in the Discord. I know I posted a poll today about our community night, which we're now starting to plan. Nice to finally be out of work and at home. Yeah, definitely understandable. I can definitely understand that. But we'll talk about some other things. Probably do another poll, like either tomorrow. I don't want to do too many polls back to back to back. It gets to be a lot of polls. Welcome in, Mikey Angst. It's nice to see and have you here. How are you doing tonight? Dragon Age servers are temporarily unavailable. Oh, shit. Well, guess we can't play Dragon Age tonight. There are like 3 other Dragon Ages. It's not. But that's funny. How could this be the finale? If I decided to go like a 24-hour stream, I'm sure we could finish it. X marks the spot. Thank you for that self-care package. I'm indeed sitting up straight. And I did get rest. Please don't go 10 hours again. Okay, I'll go 24. Hey, Patrick, you know what's better than 24? 25. I'm hydrated, I'm sitting up straight and stretched. Thank you very much. No. I'm thinking we'll probably wrap up like around 11, maybe 12 Eastern tonight. Kind of get started on something, but like I'm not trying to go crazy long or anything again. That's a lot. It's a lot to do. And I'm sure several people would yell at me again. Which, I mean, I get. You are one of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get our next location figured out. Alright, poll. Where would we like to go? Probably misspelling this. Red Cliff. Alright, let's go for a poll. Welcome in, Zeke. It's nice to see and have you here. How are you doing tonight? Zeke the Fox in the closet. That's your stuff. Understandable. Damn it. You know what I forgot to do? You're doing good. I'm happy to hear that. Makes me very happy to hear. All right, so we have some options on where to go next. I do want you guys to go and vote. We have Denerim, which I misspelled. That's fine. Uh, and then we have Red Cliff, which is like humans. And then we have Orzammar. Technically, we don't know it's Orzammar, but it is Orzammar. The Frostback Mountain, which is human, not humans. God damn it, dwarves. We have dwarves, humans, and side quests. Really, we don't have too much of Dragon Age left. I mean, still a good bit, enough that'll probably keep us till next week, but I can say it's possible depending on how long we finish next week, but I don't know for certain. I know some things also take a lot longer than others, and also trying to do all the side quests and things that kind of gets a little hairy and all over the place kind of deal. So we'll see how things go. But I'm very much excited. What's so funny is but definitely get those votes in because I'm curious to see where you guys want us to head to. Looks like we have a leaning Dragon Age excitement. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm very excited about it. I'm having so much fun with the series actually, which I'm really glad because I was very anxious about starting it, but I'm glad that everyone seems to be really enjoying it overall. It's definitely nice. It is a good series. Oh, looks like we got the vote flipped on us. Oh, get those votes in. You got like a few more seconds. My mouse is deciding to move on its own. All right, we're gonna go for the dwarves today. At least start with them. I think that's probably the best case of action because I think you wanted to kind of do like Denerim and Redcliffe kind of last because they kind of connect to the other places a lot, which then means like a lot of backtracking. But I mean, you can really do whatever you want, which I do like. All right, to the Frostback Mountains after we fight something. Or not fight something. Oh, here's Denerim.
Sire, I have more news. Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he
Never!
not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! We'll not roll out the welcome for them now.
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own. I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Ooh, she's pissed. Can't say I blame her, though. Do give me one moment. Model is deciding to be finicky. Because, of course, as soon as, like, I try to adjust myself in the seat, it's like, nope, you're funny. That's funny. I'm really excited for Monday. I can't deny. I'm also excited for tomorrow, too. Not that we're finishing Disgaea. I mean, it'd be nice if we finished Disgaea. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Alright. I think the model is okay now. Hopefully. There we go. Alright. Let's see what's going on here, shall we?
Ah, a fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
Did you sell a few copies in the Circle Tower?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
Ow. Pissed off, we called you out. Welcome in, Cyrus Red Wolf. Thank you so much for the fall. Oh, I never swatched my party around. Was kind of expecting Morgan to be here. Oops. But welcome in, Cyrus Red Wolf, to the Frost Howler. Sit back, relax, make yourself comfy and cozy in our little den. It's lovely to see and have you here. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Oh my god, this has gone to hell. Like the colors and voice? Well, thank you, Cyrus. That's very sweet of you to say. Our model was done by, oh my god, this has gone to hell fast. Get up, please. Well then, I suppose that, that went good. That went exactly how I planned it and wanted it to go. So we're definitely, it happened. It was a thing that can indeed happen. We'll pretend it didn't happen. Thank you, Saint Eternius. Thank you very much. That our dear friend Timberwolf, aka Lance, he did the model for us. If you were curious, Cyrus. He does do commissions, but he's kind of burnt. He's currently booked up. We should probably head to party camp first before we really do anything. Actually, now that I think about it. I think we have some stuff that I wouldn't mind pawning off or reshifting around when it comes to equipment. Beastman's dagger. It does have. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for about 1.5 years now, I think. Yeah, it would probably be around 1.5 years now. We started like around January of last year. So I mean, still kind of newish, I'd say. Let's see. Win, I'm fine with her. Her equipment. Stan. That's better for you, so take that. Zevran. Compare. %15. Do we have better equipment for him? Go studded leather. Are they the exact same? Good evening, Sour. It's nice to see and have you here. How are you doing tonight? Nope. Templar armor. Oh, gotta be a Templar for it. Gotcha. Cinderfell gauntlets. Cold damage. Cold is better for her. Doing alright here? I'm glad to hear that, Sour. Does make me happy to hear. Malabari War Harness. Armor Pen. Cold resistance. Physical resistance.
Something you need?
Let me see your wares. Let's see what you got. Get rid of that. USPS doing alright. I'm sorry you're upset with them. But I can definitely understand. I'm like debating, do I want to sell some of these things? I guess I can always buy stuff back later if I really need to. It's kind of like what I'm like starting to feel like. It's just like instead of holding on to it or trying to go back to whatchamacallit, just get rid of stuff. Hoping UPS doesn't strike. That'll cause chaos. Yeah. I can definitely see that. Health regen while exploring. Dodge attacks, avoid missile. It's not bad. Let's pick up more potions because we're kind of low. Pick up the injury kits. Never a bad idea. Probably will need to take care of some other things at a later time. Screwed up. Yeah. I can definitely understand that. I know we've had problems with packages too sometimes. I'm not sure if it was from UPS or, USPS, but you get the point. Sometimes it just happens. Alright, Alistair, Liliana, Morgan. My favorite party. I might pull out Sten, Zevron, and Shale for like maybe just like overall exploring, maybe see like what we can do with them a little bit, just to show them off. They're not like my favorite characters to have or anything, but I still like them, but they're not my favorites or anything. That's the hard thing about games with like multiple party members is you kind of just get stuck on who you like. I know that happens to me more than once. Alright, we're going to skip over this since we've already seen it.
Ah, rumored to be the last message to... Get!
We must not exhaust
Get
our
them!
supply.
Uh-oh. Let's see about putting somebody to sleep. Let's see, we have horror.
Yeah, that's right. What did I tell you?
Perfect. Nice. Morgan can go blizzard.
Defend the advantage.
Yes. Italian verse. You mean Garrus? Yeah.
No quarter shall be given.
Versus using everybody. It's just some characters are more likable, and like you also is like, I will say it's one of those things as well. It also does depend on when you get the characters
I
too,
am ready.
because then you're like, oh well, I just like these characters the best. You're fine. I can understand how you thought Varys. It does sound the same. I do want to play Mass Effect eventually. I don't know when, though. That I can say we will be playing back-to-back. Or at least theoretically we will. Maybe we'll play like a short, small game in between. After. We'll probably figure out the details more when we actually get to that bridge. I think they're fun too, but I'm like, after we finish Dragon Age Origins, we might come back to the DLC after a little bit. Yeah, that's very true. Very true, Saint Tertius. Like for Dragon Age, like we might come back to the DLC just at a different time. Because I know there's Awakening, but I don't know how long that is actually. And there's a few other like DLCs, but I know one of them's kind of short-ish. Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's the hardest part. My library's like constantly growing. And it's like I don't know when I'm playing anything. But for Mass Effect, since it is like actual like direct sequels and it involves the same protagonists and characters in all of the games, I think it would be better for us to play it like straight up back to back.
Enemies approaching.
Our time a warning shot. Loghain sends his regards.
Loghain sends his regards. Apparently you don't know who the fuck I am. Oh shit, Morgan that goes down.
Very well.
Oh, you'll pay for that.
So I won't have to change it. That's fair. Oh cool, it's just Alistair.
All right. As you wish. Right.
Weird. Well shit. This is going like quite well. This is a good day for Dragon Age.
I shall do it.
Okay, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna sit here and wait for a moment. I thought that was a talent that like you just maintain. Damn it. It does kind of suck a little bit more. Because I was kind of excited for that one, but not really much of a point if it's not gonna be beneficial.
Indeed. Sorry.
Do you have any talent? Frost weapons might be helpful. At least while we kind of like... That's probably part of the reason is we have none of our buffs up. That doesn't help anything at all. Ugh. Me too, Morgan. Me too. Like how Ara made fun of me for calling her Morgana. She's a dark mage as well. Alright, we should have... Okay, we do. Okay, good.
About time a warden showed. Loghain sends his regards.
Why are we all
Go to sleep.
in danger? Here! Go.
Horror on that one. Blasted damnation. I will say, I think mages kind of get a little bit more fun to play as you kind of go on.
I shall do it.
At your order.
Fuck. Ow, ow, ow. They really do, but they become a lot more fun to actually like play as you continue on. Ugh.
That will leave a scar. Blast.
That'll leave a scar. Blast. I love Morgan. Because when you have no spells as a mage, it's kind of like, well, I have stick I can bonk them with.
People hawking their wares. It's almost like a little city.
It's like, it's kind of boring when all you have is bonk with stick. Well, with fighters, it's like a little bit more exciting because, like, you're, oh, well, I'm up in close in combat and whatnot, and you have like a few, like, oh, melee abilities.
His family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
Greetings, milady. Ah, best be careful. Darkspawn are coming.
Darkspawn coming.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
There are other places to sell. I don't have to come back here.
They say no one goes in or out until the assembly speaks.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
You live on the surface.
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Never mind, I
Best
should
of
go.
luck to you.
Stark the Apprentice.
What can I do for you?
I have a note here from your master.
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
They need a king to decide who buys clothes? This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I definitely understand defaulting to warriors and archers. Like as a kid, like for Final Fantasy Tactics, I'd go oops all knights, except for my chemist.
If there's civil war, what will happen to us?
Let kings fight over kings. Trade needs to flow.
At your service.
Where it's peaceful.
They wait too long, trade won't come back. That's the way this works.
Baron?
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry this side of Val Royale.
I love Tactics. Previously owned?
Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy it like new for much, much less?
True. Where do you get, like, new armor from?
Oh, here and there. Look, that's really not important. The important thing is, it's cheap. And just as good as what you'd find at a smithy.
Let me take a look.
Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
Give me 1 second. I want to readjust my seat. I feel like I'm too high up. That should be better. Trying to get comfy, for sure, for sure. Alright. Back to a game. Dalthanan. Darkspawn, Dalish Cross, Longbow. Tevinter. Yeah. Knight Commander's Plate. Interesting stuff.
I demand you insult all of Ferelden. King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have important business in Orzammar.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
I have an urgent need to talk to your king.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Thank you, Easy, for the
king.
slurk. Do appreciate it.
Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I'm a Grey Warden, and this treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me. Grey Wardens need their traditional Dwarven allies.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Loghain is a traitor who killed King Cailan and Ostagar. I'm not gonna... Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Thank you. I like help. Help be good.
Atrost Vala, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. Fair journeys, Warden.
Thank you kindly.
If there is anything complimentary to be said about these people,
Now
it's that
that's
they possess a
thing of
remarkable
beauty, daughter.
facility for
If you
carving
work hard like
stone.
Blanca, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that. Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Yes, mother.
I haven't eaten in days. I haven't eaten in days.
Well, I was gonna give you some coin. Aragon. Alright.
So tell me, was the Tower of Magi everything you thought it would be?
Abominations running rampant, Templars ready to slaughter every maid in sight. Yes, it rather met all my expectations.
You don't think you might have been better off getting your training there, instead of whatever your mother taught you?
You're right. My mother didn't nearly have as many abominations running about. That certainly would have improved my education.
I'll give you that one.
I'm so relieved.
So relieved. Welcome to Orzammar.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You will not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I love Morgan too. I think she could be nicer, of course. And I can see why she turns people off in a way. Like, I can very much understand if she's not...
I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. I'll have him in the Legion.
Like, I can understand, like, as we play through, if she's not people's favorites, but there's a lot about her that I do like. Even still. She's like one of those... How do I put this? Welcome in, Reese. It's nice to see and have you here. How are you doing tonight? She's definitely one of those types that it's like... She doesn't necessarily, like, agree with my alignment, per se. Like, if you, like, go off, like, D&D alignment, for example, she wouldn't be the type that would agree with that. I'd say she's neutral somewhere. Well, I tend to consider myself chaotic good. Been better, but you survived the day. You got that going for you. I know. You're doing so good, Reese. I'm proud of you. You can make it through. I believe in you. You're not going to succumb to death today. Or tomorrow. Or the next day. I do hope you feel better. I have definitely hydrated, stretched, and I'm indeed sitting up straight. Thank you for that, Reese. So, like, I don't think she necessarily gets along with my alignment, per se, but she's one of those types of characters that I'm like, you know what? I like you. But she's like the exception kind of deal.
Where did they put all the rock, I wonder?
Vieta, surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
It seems like you're doing pretty well without me. A blight is coming and I need Orzamar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
You mentioned paragons?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Can a city function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry.
True.
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true... Yes, you should.
Okay, I don't need your attitude, Dick. I get you got a lot of things going on, but you don't need to be a dick.
Did you see that? I cannot believe
He seems
what
nice.
the city has
Exactly.
come to. This would never have happened when Endrin was alive.
This Balin, is that King Endrin's son?
Aye. What a terrible burden for a father to have only Balin left of 3 fine sons. In the end, Endrin himself recognized that Balin cared for nothing but power. It was Endrin who ordered his son away from his deathbed and embraced Lord Harrowmont as his heir.
What do you know about this Lord Harrowmont?
Lord Harrowmont should be our king. He was King Endrin's closest advisor, the only one he could trust. Endrin himself, ancestors welcome him, asked the assembly to endorse Harrowmont.
People are at each other's throats.
The city is torn apart. King Endrin is dead, and the assembly can't decide who takes the throne, Lord Harrowmont or that monster Balin.
Why such hate for Balin?
Everybody knows he killed his brother Trian and let his father's favorite son take the blame. And many question whether Endrin died abed, as we were told, or whether Balin helped him along.
Is Harrowmont qualified to rule?
He is a good man and a skilled general. King Endrin trusted him with his life, and I will do no less.
Who are you?
I am Narav Helmi, third daughter of the second matron of House Helmi. And you, stranger, what brings you to Orzammar at such a time?
I am Jesse, a Grey Warden, and I am here seeking aid.
A Grey Warden? That explains why they allowed you past the gates. What kind of aid do you mean?
I have a treaty compelling Orzammar to aid against a blight.
A blight? Now? But our warriors are killing each other in the streets. I'm sorry, stranger. I fear there will be no aid for you in Orzammar. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, I suggest you talk with his trusted advisor, Dulin Ferrender. He might be able to get you an audience.
Thank you.
Think again.
Shit, key required.
I miss old Indrin. He was a good man.
What happens if the Assembly never picks a king?
The great paragon Branka will never return. The ancestors have taken her from this world.
I hope Lord Harrowmont wins. He always had better taste in clothes.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
These things dangerous?
Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
May as well leash a turnip. If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Nugget.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
No,
You look like you're not from around here.
I'm not. If it wasn't obvious. Can I help you?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Circle of Magi.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Do you want me to ask them?
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
So, in case anyone doesn't remember, dwarves are not able to cast magic. But I don't know if that changes later in the later games or not.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's Luxury Goods Shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Are you alright?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Aren't dwarves immune to lyrium effects?
Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
Let me see your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
He looks like he's having a fun time. The Rose's Thorn. Oh. 6.4 damage. Oops, shit. +2 to dexterity, +2 health regen, +3 damage, +5 melee critical chance, +30% critical / bad stab damage. That's pretty fucking good. Life Giver. Ooh. Tome of Physical Technique. I am tempted to cheat a little bit with the money. I'm not gonna lie. Just so that way I can guarantee we have an easier go of things. But we're also not necessarily having like a difficult time completely either. The game allows it. It's technically an exploit though. And we have officially mastered out sword and shield.
This no doubt leads out to the deep roads, the ancient passages that once led to the other dwarven kingdoms.
There's a nug. Mines Commander.
What's this? A human? Did we make these tunnels tall enough for humans?
No.
I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
We'll see. I'm still like kind of on the fence about it. I'm not like positive that we will. But I have been thinking about it. Will you let me pass?
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesha's permission to risk yourself. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
Are Darkspawn the only danger in these tunnels?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on 2 legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion of the Dead?
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes. Or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
Will you let me pass?
Into the deep roads? Orzammar can't afford to
I should go. Goodbye. It was nice to meet you.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
Got a nug for you.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Awesome. Nug. Nugget. Hello, little nug. Looks like a mix between like a rat and a pig. At least to me it does. Sounds like it too, yeah.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness.
Nug.
Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn.
Hello, lady.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
Who are you?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Do you want me to look for him?
How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself.
I'm a Great Warden, that's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Mother's hope.
What is that smell? Dwarven vomit. Charming.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
I didn't think dwarves believed in the Maker.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Whose permission do you need to open a chantry?
The Shaperate controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
I can say personally, I'm not religious myself, but I do think that people should be able to freely practice and have places of worship wherever they so please. So we will help out.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
I'm like, also on that subject, like, I firmly believe in, like, if it, you know, helps teach you or become a better person, then there's nothing wrong with that, and that's totally good, too. I'm tired. I think I'm tired. But I'm very excited to see what the rest of Orzammar has. Orzammar is, like, the one place where I'm, like, very, like, not familiar with. Your allegiance to this Belen is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not. Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
You approve of this chaos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
All the time, nobody goes to war thinking God is on... Yeah, that's true. You're not wrong with that. I tend to think you do, like, I tend to go and live by you do you, I'll do me kind of thing, and just respect other people. If it's not affecting you, then what does it matter? If it's not affecting you and not hurting other people, then why? See what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Okay, cool. Wow, you have jack shit in your store. Ooh, Shadow of the Empire. Hmm, 20 strength, huh? Be nice is so simple. Do the world, yeah. I don't disagree with you. I'm with a mortal vessel. Go willpower. Oh well, that book was almost not worth it.
Ugh, just do not buy anything, or touch anything, or sit anywhere.
I'll trust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like to hear a bit about the city.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
What's a Shaperate?
It's the bureau of all the Shapers in Orzammar, led by the Shaper of Memories. If you're from the surface, I guess you'd call them scholars. They keep all of our records, laws, genealogies. You got questions about Orzammar's history, and don't mind answers in words as long as your leg, that's the place to go.
Where can I find the Shaper of Memories?
He'd be in the Diamond Quarter. Pardon, the Nobles District. Upstairs from here, however you call it.
Is there any place I should see while I'm here?
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the castless build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates.
God, there's a lot of bugs. What's the proving?
It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter.
I'd like a drink.
With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
Round of your best brew for myself and the house.
Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentis Red for everyone. This, my friend, is the Paragon of Ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
Wow, only 1 silver? That's pretty good. Hello, Nevin.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Who are you?
Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Yourself?
I'm Jesse, a Great Ward.
Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dunca... something like that.
You knew Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
Who's your unit fighting?
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live.
You work for Balin?
I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
Never been in the Deep Roads.
Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones.
Who's sending you out?
Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost Tigers. Looking for signs of Bronca, I guess. Seems to be who everyone's after.
Who else is in the deep roads?
Lord Harrowmont's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon. Everyone wants someone to put in charge.
Who's sending you out?
Balin ordered looking for signs of No, excuse me. This brew is starting to taste awful bitter.
Oh.
The deep roads aren't for the faint of heart.
Oops, my mistake. I completely skipped over that, thinking I already asked that.
Open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy?
Yes.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
You know me, word travels fast.
You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there was a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out.
Your views on castes must be controversial in the Assembly.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
So you get to vote on the next king.
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
Who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
How does the caste system work anyway?
Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the Assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
I should get going.
As you wish.
They're everywhere! I can't take it! What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Fair enough. Gotta love tavern songs where everyone's just completely fucking drunk and just singing and bumbling away. Let's head to Dust Town first.
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
How did you know?
Enemies approaching!
They're the rich one. We'll get plenty for their kid once we cut them out of it.
I'm telling you, you're making a mistake.
So be it. I see.
Right then.
Let's see.
Damn you! Make a preserve us! More food say!
Hit from afar. Arcane bolts. And stay down.
Brilliant!
I think we won. I think they tried to rob us, and it failed.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Jesse, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I have to hear what you're asking.
No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
Must be dangerous if you're paying so much.
More so for someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it.
Sounds like I wouldn't approve of your kind of opportunity.
Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
I should have turned him in. Alamar's Emporium. Hello.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Doesn't look like a store.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
I have some spare equipment. What will you give me?
Why don't you take a look?
Black hens. Efforts boots. This is the trickster. Assembly directive.
Spare a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
You're a miner, why would your son be... No, we know that. Isn't there any other solution?
Yes. I can become casteless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways?
Maybe I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
Just hoping you'd offer me a reason. Orzammar must change with the times.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Suspicious door. On closer inspection, there's a small slot connected in the fold of the stone, big enough for a finger. Good slot. You see nothing but blackness. Slum's house. It's a door.
Ah, 'tis you.
Dwarven armor.
Just like you wanted.
Just like you wanted. Just like you wanted.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor cripple.
Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself some food.
You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet. If my feet still worked. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
How'd you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Can they just get away with that?
I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, casteless have no lineage, so it's no crime to hurt you. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dusttown.
What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
We should get going now.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
I feel bad for the way these people are treated. It's not nice. Just the way, you know, you're fucked if you're poor, and you're gonna be poor for the rest of your life. It's like no way to live. Let's head to Tapster's.
What are you looking at, stranger?
I met your daughter.
I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine.
If you don't take Iserlinda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
He's a baby, not a cur. She loves him.
Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Will do. Glad to help out. She wants to keep the baby, and that's okay. I think that might be one of the reasons why I'm not fond, because I don't agree with like a lot of the dwarven politics here.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Quest complete. Alright, so now we have to head to the diamond area. Because I think that's the only place that we can head to next.
Welcome to Janar Family Armorers.
Thank you, Cora, for the lurk. Do appreciate it.
Like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Janar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
You have a daughter named Dagna?
Has she been bothering you? Gets a whiff of surface stink and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
I'd like to help her study with the mages.
Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, if you see her, send her back and let me talk some sense into her.
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
Why do I get the feeling charting routes to the Circle Tower is one of her favorite hobbies?
I'm guessing you haven't left yet.
Why are you so interested in magic anyway?
Here in Orzammar, we're surrounded by stone and tradition and more stone. Nothing ever changes. But to break every natural law by thinking about it, to dream and walk in a realm where everything you think comes true, I can't imagine anything more wonderful.
What did you want me to do
Tell
again?
the Circle I wish to study there. I know they don't normally admit anyone without magical aptitude, but I could bring much as a student of magical history. I'll do whatever they want. Scrub floors, mend clothes, if they just let me sit quietly at the back of the classroom.
I'm not leaving Orzammar until this election is resolved.
Well, I've waited 19 years. Another month won't kill me. You're back? But
Why do I...
I'm guessing you haven't left yet.
Your father doesn't want you going to the circle.
You talked to him? Of course he won't let me go. He wants to sell me off for the highest dowry. I don't care if I lose my caste. I'll stay on the surface forever.
I'll talk to the circle for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Please, don't encourage Dagna further. Tell her you were wrong and that her place is with her family.
Are you part of the Smith cast?
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face you're not a smith yourself.
Wasn't the Paragon Bronca a smith?
That she was. The best to walk these tunnels since Carradine himself. threw it away, chasing old dreams, though.
Chasing old dreams, you say? Who's Cardin?
The best smith who ever lived, bar none. He gave us the secret of forging golems that could walk, talk, and defend our borders. When we had them, no dwarf had to risk himself against the Darkspawn. It was a golden age for the smith caste. His work was lost centuries ago when his tide fell to the Darkspawn. No one even knows where it is anymore.
What do you mean Bronca threw it all
Didn't
away?
last 6 months as a noble before she set into the deep roads looking for ancient secrets. Now she's dead in the tunnels. All that brilliance, wasted.
Do you know what's happening with the king?
Politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harrimont's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Let me see what you have in store.
Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Dwarven War. Yep, get rid of that. Silverite and Dragon Bone. Pretty good. These are some pretty good items, actually. I mean, I understand where her father's concern is. And I wish there was a little bit of a better option here. But I guess I can go talk to the circle and then maybe talk to
I do wonder,
her and them.
is it permissible for 2 Grey Wardens to... Oh, what is the word I search for?
Caboodle?
Fraternize.
What's wrong with fraternizing?
It seems most undisciplined for an organization that claims it will do whatever is necessary to end the Darkspawn threat.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
Oh no? And what if a Grey Warden was forced to choose between the Warden he loved and ending the Blight? What should his choice be?
That is a ridiculous question.
And I have my answer. Most kind of you.
Proving.
The Proving Grounds. Bloodsport entertainment for the masses, at its best.
Must the provings be so violent?
Good day, stranger. Welcome to the Proving Arena.
Thank you.
We're still closed until the fighters make their preparations, but come back this afternoon if you want to watch the show.
Sounds fun. I'll come back then.
Enjoy our grand city.
Welcome in stuff. It's nice that.
No, I cannot.
Well then. Welcome in stuff. It's nice seeing have you here. How are you doing tonight? Somebody's belly's growling. Shush. Quiet. Alright, well, it doesn't seem like there's really anything I can do in here. Where's the Diamond District? Because I could have sworn it was going to be this way. There we go. There it is. To the Diamond Quarter.
So I'm wondering something. What exactly does a woman see in a man like Zevran?
No, he's handsome enough for some. Why'd you ask?
No reason. It's just... Doesn't he seem to be a bit too much? The hair, the clothing...
I don't understand. A bit too much what? Do you have a problem with him?
Beyond the fact that he's an assassin who's tried to kill us more than once? No, not really. Do women go for that sort of thing?
Where I come from, they do. Oh, yes.
Huh.
Oh shit. I didn't mean to cut them off. I thought they were done. I thought wrong. Saving content. Do not turn off the console. Do not sell your soul.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
News of the hour! Questions remain as to Lord Balin's involvement in King Endrin's death. Possibility of patricide scandals shocking.
Shocking.
Mine is an honorable task, and I shall drown out anyone who claims otherwise.
Ooh, a weapons rack. Paramount Estate.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
I shall do it.
Bum, 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 bum.
Raise your voice in favor of Lord Balin. He will bring us change and prosperity. Nothing I say is provably false.
Provably false. Provably. You can't prove it's false. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's not false. Chamber of the Assembly. Shaper 8.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I, don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Lost to the memories. Hello,
when
Shaper.
I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
Hello, Zebor.
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
I'd like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle, a cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
What harm would it do to let him preach?
Wherever this chantry has spread among humans, it replaced all beliefs preceding it. Were we to let these preachers into Orzammar, how long before the ancestors stop hearing the voices praising them?
Chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar.
What sort of charities do you mean?
Chantry cares for widows and orphans.
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Exactly. I could see if it was like, no, you're human in our area trying to, like, convert our people, but he's one of your flesh and blood. I feel like it kind of makes it a little bit better. I mean, not perfect, you know, obviously you don't want stuff being shoved down your throat, but, you know, what's the harm?
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
What are the deep roads?
They were once our highways beneath the mountains. Now the darkspawn claim them and few venture there, except your order, who enter the deep roads when they retire, so they can die slaughtering as many darkspawn as possible.
Did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
What's a Thig?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Where's Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Did you lose your golems?
Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
And that's what Branka was?
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Kiachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shatkyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
What about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change. They are venerated as living ancestors. And
let's go back to
please,
my first question.
Speak your mind.
Somewhat Orzammar.
We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
Never mind, I should go. I think that's everything I needed to know, or everything I could ask. I feel like I'm asking the same things. But I could be mistaken. Liliana levels up because she learned about the nugs. Oh, I need to up her cunning. I keep forgetting about that. Arrow is slaying. That sounds cool. $50 EXP, 50 EXP. I was expecting Alistair to like level up. That would have been funny.
Your wish?
Your wish?
What's next?
Gloves of Diligence. Interesting. Search for the truth prophet. The power of chicken nugs. Yeah, pretty much. How close is Alistair to leveling up? Oh, he's pretty close. Alright, what time is it? I think we'll peek into one more place, kind of see what's going on. See if we can kind of get, like, started on what to do, where we're going to go kind of deal. And then we might call it a little early tonight. Not necessarily early, but...
offensive is required against the Darkspawn, says Lord Balin.
But more like earlier than like normal, because we do try to go till about.
Your voice in support of Lord Harrowmont.
We do try to go a little later than 10, but I'll be honest. I think I'm still like as I'm playing through, I can feel myself being a little tired and a little distracted. I'm not gonna lie. Which is probably just because I am a little tired. Not that I'm not having fun. It's just more like, yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Saint Eternius. Thank you. Rude and disrespectful.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
But I think that's my thing, is like, end a little early tonight. We'll pick back up with Orzammar, hopefully finish up Orzammar. Because now that I'm kind of like playing through it, I'm not sure if it's really that long. It might be longer than I think, but I can't remember now. So we'll have to find out. Again, Orzammar is like one of those places that I don't remember much about it. But I do kind of want to get at least started. Welcome in, Electro. It's so hot. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight. I'm doing alright, Electro. Thank you for asking. And I will save after this conversation.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the service. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
How can I prove I'm not working for Balin?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deschers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you'd like me to enter the proving in Harrowmont's name?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking sides. I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Beisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Looks like we're gonna be fighting. Or trying to get other people to fight. Or a mix of both.
It's done.
Dwarven longsword.
What now?
Longbow. To the Diamond Quarter.
Back again?
Yes, I'm back, Morgan. Did you miss me? I missed you, Morgan.
Lord Balin's impending marriage to a castless proves his dedication
To the Royal Palace. You missed me? Oh, I'm flattered, Electro. Excuse me.
Always attracting danger.
Tunneling thief. Time to put people to sleep. Let's go, horror.
Alright, battle it is then.
Battle it is then. Cone of cold.
Very nice. I see.
Ah.
Let's go!
Let's go, Alistair says.
Yes!
Well, that was easy.
What's going on? You, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Thanks again, Warden.
No problem. I'm happy to be of service.
What?
What? Me too, Morgan. Me too.
It's done.
A love letter. Rushed into storage, including trophies of his long reign. Among the boxes is a small phylactery. Areas of naturally coal. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. Glass fractures at your touch.
Send me.
Alright, guys, we may want to, like, start attacking. Just a thought.
Very well.
Inflicts penalties to cold resistance.
Is that all you've got?
Is that all you got?
So be it.
Let's see. I don't think sleep would work.
Here comes trouble!
Overpower. Field pummel. God, can't hit anything. Assault.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes.
Suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes.
Can't hold on.
There we go. We did it.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Without an invitation, how am I supposed to get in? Guess I'm not gonna help.
It is begun.
Alright, let's see here. I think that's everything in here. Thank you, Casey, for the self-care package. I shall redeem in one moment. Alright. We're about close to hitting the 2-hour mark. I do think we're going to wrap it up here and hopefully try to finish up with Orzammar next episode. And then the episode after that, maybe we'll finish up with Redcliffe and Denerim. We'll see about that. We're going to end a little earlier tonight just because we did go so long yesterday. As much as I do want to go... I know you just got here. I'm sorry. I do feel a little tired still. I'm not going to lie. But we will be live again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. For some more Disgaea as well. Like I said, I do apologize for the shorter one. But it's more just to, like, be balanced and, you know, make sure I'm not pushing myself too far or anything. And I don't want to, like, be, like, too dead to, like, give you guys what you deserve, pretty much. As for our raid message tonight, we will go for... We've gained access to Orzammar. Time to find a new king. We will see who we will be crowned next time, hopefully. But again, we will be live again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I do apologize for the shorter stream. I don't usually try to go for it, but it is our minimum amount of time that I try to aim for. 2 hours, there we go, exactly. But we'll be live tomorrow. No worries. Not a crazy long stream for that one either. I don't think we'll be finishing the Skya, but we'll see. It'll just depend on how much I can get grind tomorrow. Once again, guys, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. As for who I'll be raiding out to tonight, I do see our good friend Cedian is live. He's not always live, so I do like to go pop in and say hello. I think that's where we'll head over. He's a good friend. Did help out a lot in the early days of me starting the stream, so definitely want to give him some support too. But once again, guys, thank you for being here, and until next time, please take care. Be sure to copy that raid message. Till next time, take care, and bye-bye.